Ladies and gentlemen, good people of the world, let's talk today about Rivian. That's right, Rivian is back in the spotlight. They're up 50, 60% in the after hours. Why? Because Volkswagen just injected massive amounts of cash into Rivian's balance sheet. So, what's the deal? What happened? Rivian just got $1 billion from Volkswagen. Now, how did this deal go down? Well, pretty much half of that billion, from my understanding, is going to be convertible into stock that is going to be owned by Volkswagen. And that's going to be at around $10.83 a share, I want to say. And then the other half is going to be convertible at a later price, whatever the 45-day trading volume, whatever average price. So Volkswagen got a sweet deal if they think that Rivian's going to last and be here in the future. So if the market cap is 11.8 for Rivian before it shot up in the after hours, of course, and Volkswagen got in at like around 10 billion, they got 500 million, so they're going to own like 5% of the company off rip. And then on top of this deal, you have another 4 billion that they could do, I'm assuming a similar deal. I think what happened over at Volkswagen is they're looking over at Rivian. They were thinking the same thing that I was saying for the longest time, which is that Rivian is a terrible company when it comes to looking at their financials and the balance sheet. But they're a great company when you look at the product, the end product. They have a great product, but they suck at making it profitably because they can't. They just cannot. They literally suck at the business side of running a business, which is literally a major part of running a business. So if you look here at their income for the last 3 years, look at this. So total revenue, we went from 55 million in 2021 to 1.65 billion to 4 billion. But in that process, look at the gross profit, okay? We lost 465 million to 3 billion to 2 billion. So we're still losing $2 billion a year over at Rivian just on building the vehicle. We didn't even get to all this nonsense, R&D, SG&A. Look at blowing money. So you're $5 billion in the hole, almost $6 billion a year losing. So Volkswagen's doing this deal because they know that in the end, they are going to gobble up Rivian for nothing. They see that coming in the horizon. That's my bet. Now, let's look at quarterly, see if we can get any better information here. Let's see. What do we got? So this is the last 4 quarters. Let's just look at operating income because that's all that matters. Look, 1.28 billion in 3 months. 1.4 billion in 3 months. 1.5 billion in 3 months. 1.4 billion in 3 months. Honestly, if I was sitting over at Volkswagen, I would have said, let's wait to do this deal. We're doing this too early. Let them go to zero. They were on their way to zero. They're on their way out the door. They're not making money. They're going to lose all this money. Let's be real. So let's keep looking. Look. Balance sheet. You have $5 billion left. Okay? Let's do quarterly. So you had only, look, wow, this is crazy. Look at this. Okay, so you went from, so you're down about $1.5 billion in a year. Cash and cash equivalents, 9 billion, 7.9, 7.8, 5.9. So you're saying you have total current assets. You're saying you're at $11 billion. Okay, but that's everything. Okay, at the end of the day, we still got to run the business. We can't sell the factory to still run the business. So really, all that matters is looking at cash and short-term investments. All right? So cash and short-term investments, you have 6, 7, 7.8. A year ago, you had 10. Okay, so a year ago, you had 10. Now you have 7.8. This is not good. So in a year, you lost about $2 billion. So you're still burning about $2 billion. What's $1 billion from Volkswagen going to do for you? Let's be honest. You guys are terrible at making a vehicle profitably. Like this deal is going to end up with that last billion out of that 5 billion that Volkswagen's going to give them. They're going to be buying the whole company with that last $1 billion. Okay, this first billion bought you 5%. Well, it's going to end up buying you 10%. And then the other billions are just going to use it to gobble up 51% at least of the company. I mean, this is Volkswagen's going to own Rivian. And it makes sense. Look at Volkswagen. What brands are under Volkswagen's leadership? Look at this. Volkswagen's just going to throw Rivian right in there with these guys. No doubt. And then take their software, implement their software in all these other companies, all these other brands, and the battery technology, whatever that might be. And that's all she wrote, folks. That's what's going to happen. Remember, I did say that Rivian was a great product and that somebody should buy them out. I was saying Tesla should get in there and just gobble them up for nothing. But it looks like Volkswagen's going to beat them to the punch on that one. So, pretty interesting, very fascinating news. Let me know what you guys think. Now, why is the stock rising real quick? Why is the stock rising so much? 60% on this news. Because I just explained to you how it's like not really going to help. So what happened was they did the deal. The stock starts going up a little bit, but then you have all these short selling, all the naked shorts that are built into Rivian. They're selling every week, naked short, every week, every Friday expiration. And now, since the stocks shot up so much early on in this week, if you're naked short, you're already covering to protect yourself from getting screwed even worse. And the way you cover is by buying the stock. You have to buy the stock to sell it later at the end of the week to whoever's on your contract. So that's what's going on. That's the main reason why the stock is shooting up crazy right now. You have a little GameStop GME situation going on right now with Rivian. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope you found this interesting. Hope you found it informative and helpful. And stay tuned for the next one. My name is John. I got options. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Oh, watch my last video straight above. Thanks. Peace.